What's up, YouTube? We back again with another reaction video. Today we're gonna be reviewing 1090 Jake. Y'all jump over there, like, comment, and subscribe at his. We reviewing a 16-year-old arrested for killing Philly rapper Mr. Disrespectful YBC Duel after 5-day shooting spree. Let's get into it.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on the 16-year-old hitman that's been charged with killing the most disrespectful rapper in Philly, YBC Duel.
For those who haven't been keeping up, YBC Duel was the Philadelphia rapper known as Mr. Disrespectful. He's most known for digging up, like actually taking a shovel and digging the dirt up at one of his ops' graveyard. He was killed 2 weeks ago. This is the story of the guy who killed him.
16-year-old has been charged with the murder of another teenager and another man who was a West Philadelphia rapper. The teen also faces charges in 4 other shootings just last month.
Prosecutors say
16 years old, and he is facing multiple shootings and multiple bodies. How y'all feel about us having so many teenage serial killers in our community?
the guns used in the killings were illegal, and one had a switch installed, allowing for multiple shots with one squeeze of the trigger. Well, I can tell you that the country and this region appears to have a problem with young victims and young people shooting guns.
An update.
I remember when the switches first came out, I was like, man, I hope and pray they don't bring that shit to DC. Even though we got them in DC, it was just like, I just foresaw it becoming like Chicago or Philly. And now that it's spreading like it is, that shit is terrible, man. How y'all feel about switches? Y'all think they need to do away with switches, or like what's your thought on having a switch on your bit?
We all expected would come sooner or later has finally arrived. The Philly district attorney announced in a damn near 40-minute press conference that 16-year-old Aiden Waters has been charged with the broad day murder of West Philly rapper YBC Duel. But police are alleging it isn't the teenager's only body.
I'm 16, man. Whole life gone. I mean, he done taken so many lives or attempted to. It's crazy to just be like that young and already be that turnt, man. These youngers they advancing a lot faster than what we was shorties. We was advanced, but these youngers is advanced with no emotions.
Since Duel's death, surveillance video has been released showing the white vehicle Duel was traveling in as another vehicle pulled up alongside and opened fire. Police would state Duel was being followed for a few minutes leading up to the shooting, and
Look, you don't got a new model car that got like a live action rear view camera on it, on the mirror. You gotta play them mirrors, especially if you know. Even if you think you low key, you think you alias, you think you out the way. Oh, I'm in this free car, I'm in this different whip. Nah, you still gotta play them mirrors. One, you ride with the blick, so you gotta ride watching the mirrors, making sure the feds don't hop on your line. Two, if it's already hot on your ass, you try to stay out that fire, so you definitely need to be watching your ass, watching them rear view mirrors. Let somebody follow you for minutes and minutes and minutes. Once I buck a couple rights, if you keep on writing with me, I'm about to stop this bitch and hop out. That's how I'm current.
shooters can be seen firing from the front and rear passenger side. The same night of the murder, the shooter's vehicle was found burned in the 6900 block of North 15th Street. The vehicle had been reported stolen a week before, and detectives were able to recover ballistic evidence, including 2 7.62 shell casings, 1 9mm shell casing, and an unfired 9mm bullet.
Alright, look, I don't condone all this shit. I mean, you do what you gotta do. Everybody got their own, their own way of handling shit. But this was a sloppy ass cleanup job. You take the car, I mean, you gotta stole the car, you take it to burn it, but you just leave a whole mountain of evidence in the joint. Y'all ain't attempt to pick up nothing, wipe down nothing. Y'all just straight hopped out and torched it like the fire was just gonna take care of everything. Like, You know what I'm saying?
A series of fingerprints would also be found along the doors, but surveillance footage would provide the easiest path for detectives to follow. The shooter's vehicle was able to be tracked through a series of surveillance videos to the rear alleyway of a house.
Alright, so the cameras followed this guy from the shooting all the way to the rear of his house, man. Got to be smarter than that. Don't pull a move and then run to the house.
On the 1700 block of 68th Street. Video would show who police believe to be 16-year-old Aiden Waters get out of the vehicle while attempting to cover his face before walking into his own house. So not only would ballistic as well as forensic evidence be found after the getaway vehicle was sloppily dumped and burned.
Sloppily dumped and burned is absolutely fucking correct. There's no way that you supposed to left all that type of shit and no cop. And why y'all leaving fingerprints? So that mean they probably was riding around chilling in this joint like it was their real personal car before they went to go do what they did in it, and they was just too comfortable. They was bullshit.
Detectives have video of the shooting and the vehicle going all the way back to Aiden's house to drop him off. But this isn't all. The Philadelphia police are alleging this 16-year-old killed another person and attempted to kill another 8 people within just 5 days.
Mo. Killed dude, attempted to kill another person, and then attempted to kill 8 more people in 5 days. I don't know if he beefing with the whole world. I don't know if it's the same group of people that he attacked. They not saying that, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying attack, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was on the hunt. He was hunting shit down. Is this one gang? Like, is all these people that he done shot or tried to kill belong to one gang or one neighborhood? Or was he just out here wilding out? Like, how that shit was going down? Mo was on some serious shit, though.
A week before Duel's death, Aiden would pay a friend $100 to steal a car for him in Cheltenham. That car, a Kia Sportage, was used as the getaway car in a gunpoint robbery.
He probably didn't pay him specifically to go steal a car. What happened was it probably was a stolen car. They was already in the hood and the nigga had claims on it. And motherfucker probably was like, let me get that joint. Nigga was like, nah, I'm busting moves with it. And he charged him $100. Cool, give me $100. You can go ahead and do what you gotta do with the joint. I ain't tripping, go ahead. I wonder if those fingerprints come from the other people who was in the car or who stole the car, right? I remember one time I was growing up, a motherfucker, a nigga we know killed another nigga we know over a stolen car. We was young. We was probably like 6th grade, 7th grade. These dudes were supposed to be like homies, like right-hand homies, right-hand mans. And Mo moved the car without telling his homie, and Slim killed his ass over that shit.
Outside Live Casino on August 17th. That same Kia was used to track and kill Duel days later. On August 18th, Aiden allegedly opened fire on the 500 block of Centner Street in Longcrest, shooting a 43-year-old man in the stomach and a 14-year-old in the leg.
See, I wonder if the 43-year-old was the target, and I wonder if the 14-year-old was the target and the 43-year-old was an innocent bystander. Because it seemed like the ages of his victims is like, it's not like he just going at his age group, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, is this like a block that he's spinning, or is this just random shit going on? He got into a beef over somebody stepping on his shoe and he just popping that shit.
It was around 9:50 p.m. at the time of the shooting, and both victims would survive. Hours later, at 2:30 in the morning on August 19th, Aiden and at least one other person fired more than 24 rounds into a car full of teenagers on the 200 block of East Duncannon Street.
And they switched that joint up. That joint couldn't even move. Over 24, that mean they hit about 25, 30 shots.
2 16-year-olds were shot, including Marquis Sanders, who was shot in the head and killed. Around 4 a.m., police recovered the shooter's vehicle, a Hyundai Sonata on the 6500 block of 10th Street. Investigators were able to determine that a cell phone had been connected to the car, and they downloaded the data associated with the phone. They discover a series of video jail calls between Aiden and friends who were in jail.
Stop talking reckless on the jail phone. I don't care how much time you got, how much code words you think you use, and how slick you think you are. They got people that's snitching, that's telling them what the code words from. It's a nigga from your hood that's telling the police what the secret code words is and the slang is that niggas in your hood use. And they got people that study us. They got forensics for social media. There is a Facebook forensics officer and there is an Instagram forensics officer. So when you catching these jail calls or these video time calls and shit like that, you just stop, man. If a person ain't man enough to talk to you face to face about what's going on, you gotta hear that shit next time.
During the calls on August 20th, Aiden discussed a series of crimes using code words like scrimmage to describe shootings and slam dunks to describe murders, as if the streets of Philly were just a basketball game. Aiden can be seen on video stating there were 2 different scrimmages in one day, 1 slam dunk, and 1 went in and out. Now the intelligence of this 16-year-old hitman really shines through his.
So he said 2 scrimmages in one day, 1 slam dunk, 1 went in and out. That mean he slid 2 separate times. 1 victim died. 1 victim, you know what I'm saying, probably survived or was in and out of death. You know what I'm saying?
His arrest affidavit. He allegedly paid $100 to have a friend steal a car, which tells me he most likely paid another teen because no grown-ass man is stealing a car for $100. How the police found out this information hasn't been confirmed, which makes me think somebody is talking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even if it was it ain't gonna be in the phone because, like I said, the car probably was in the neighborhood. Niggas chilling around the hood. Young niggas got the little free car or whatever. So, nigga trying to bust a move. He gonna politic with him, man. Let me use that joint, bro. I gotta go do X, Y, Z. Nah, man, I need that joint. I'm just moving around. It's hot on my ass. Alright, look. Let me just use the joint, but I'm gonna give you a couple dollars. I'm gonna use it for this. No, I'm gonna bring the joint back to the hood. And then nigga just went and did some Bama shit in the joint. I mean, not Bama in his situation. No telling why he did what he had to do, but you feel me?
He'd use another stolen vehicle and allegedly kill another 16-year-old while his phone was connected to the getaway vehicle, giving.
Dumbass. Why is you got your cell phone with you while you pulling a move? 1. 2, why would you connect your cell phone to the hot ass the car you about to go use on the slide? I don't get it.
Giving police access to video jail calls he had with friends describing the same shootings he allegedly committed. But this isn't all. Police would search Aiden's home on August 31st, locating a 10mm Glock with a red switch, as well as a laser extended magazine and other gun accessories. In his basement, they'd find a stolen 9mm Glock.
I mean, what you expect though? He doing all that sliding. I'm sure he got artillery and he gonna have that shit with him 24/7 because the way he living, somebody was gonna catch up with him. You feel me? It don't surprise me. I'm surprised y'all ain't found a motherfucking cannon down that bitch.
And a ballistic test would confirm this was the murder weapon that killed Duel, and was also the weapon used.
I seen this happen so many times. Youngins buy these new guns or these new dogs, and they got the little joint they want. They done souped it up, put this on it, put a leg on it, put a light on it, put a switch on it, and go do something with it. And they so attached to it, they don't want to get rid of it. Man, get rid of that motherfucker. Sell it, float it, drown it. I don't give a damn. Get rid of it. What you keeping it for? Sentimental value?
Used in 2 other shootings. So back to this kid's intelligence. This 16-year-old shooter was smart enough to keep the gun that was used to kill the most disrespectful rapper in the city in his basement. With officers finding the 9mm shell casings.
The youngin that killed Julio, not only did he still have the gun that was used to kill Julio and to commit other murders and shootings, He still had the shells from the murder like a trophy. Young niggas is lunching. These is L's for you niggas. Why, young niggas, these is L's for y'all. I'm just telling you, to keep it 100 with you.
In the burnt getaway vehicle, along with 7.62 casings, it can be confirmed Duel was killed by two shooters firing a 9mm Glock and most likely a 7.62 Draco.
So I don't know if they came out with different angles of Duel's car that he was assassinated in. But when I saw it, it looked like they just like if he was in the back seat, it looked like they had some pretty good aim. I wouldn't have thought two shooters did that. How tightly grouped those shots was on that window.
So who exactly is Aiden Waters? Born in only 2008, let that sink in for a second. Aiden was featured on the cover of ESPN's magazine at only 7 years.
Wow. ESPN magazine, that's 7 years old. When you have kids that have gifts, that have bright, brilliant, beautiful minds, it is your responsibility as a parent to plant that seed and nurture it and grow it. This a L right here, man.
Old in 2015. Police would allege he was now affiliated with the Fast Break gang, which is a lesser known gang based in the Olney neighborhood. Members are connected.
More Chicago influence, even though we know FBG was Free Band Gang, that was future shit. Chicago made FBG, and then that was a gang, and then now these guys in Philly have Fast Break Gang, which is really just FBG. It's just all Chicago influence, man.
To and considered the little brothers of a more well-known gang named M24. But authorities would clarify they found little to any reason why Fast Break or Aiden would want Duel dead other than notoriety. YBC Duel
Killed for clout. We already clouted over here. We ain't gotta jump out the window. We ain't gotta do no weird shit for clout. We already clouted.
Duel quickly became known as the most disrespectful rapper in the city, and authorities believe 16-year-old Aiden wanted to be able to say he was the one who killed him. The evidence against Aiden
Killed for clout.
is overwhelming, but detectives still haven't identified the driver or second shooter involved in Duel's death. Aiden, on the other hand, has been charged with 2 counts of murder, 6 counts of attempted murder, 8 counts of aggravated assault, 9 gun charges, and more. And the craziest part about
Mo. 2 bodies. 8 attempts. Now, what was his stat? What the fuck? I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. That was
8 counts of aggravated assault, 9 gun charges, and more. And the craziest part about his arrest is this is literally his first arrest.
Now, normally when it's a person first arrest, first charge, shit like that, they get like probation, they get to go home, fight they charge from the streets and shit, you know what I'm saying? Given this type of that is crazy.
And may very well be his last.
Yeah, show his last.
Now Aiden is facing forever and a little more on top, right?
More than
the way they have him connected, it's like, how do you even get out of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even just tied to 1 murder. You're tied to 2 murders, 8 attempted murders. You done shot, what, 4 people and almost hit another 4, like, and this kid's 16. Was a child athlete. You know what I mean? It's hard to imagine what's going on unless you're there in the streets of Philly.
Hey, but listen, y'all. That was my reaction to the 16-year-old arrested for killing Philly rapper YBC Duel.